Welcome to the Beyond Barriers podcast. If you're an ambitious woman who wants to dominate your career, then you are in the right place. This podcast is co-hosted by Nikki Barua, digital innovator, serial entrepreneur, author, and speaker, and Monica Marquez, ex-Googler, diversity expert, and senior corporate leader. From inspiring stories to cutting-edge strategies, you'll learn how to develop the skill set, mindset, and tool set to get future-ready fast and accelerate your success. Hi, welcome to the Beyond Barriers Habits and Hacks show. Do you have a network of friends and colleagues, but you're afraid to ask them for help? Well, in today's episode, we're going to talk about the power of community and the resources within and how to ask for help with powerful habits and hacks. Did you know that women with active mentors get promoted 5 times more than women who don't have mentors? So, Nikki, tell us about your experiences and how proximity helped you in your career.
Well, in my career, whether it was corporate or entrepreneurial, all of my successes in a large part are owed to the power of community and the power of proximity to influential people and networks. So in my case, as someone who was an immigrant, I did not come here with a network that existed. In fact, I did not really know people that were career related. So I had to build everything from the ground up, from scratch. And I wasn't thinking about it intentionally in terms of building a network or getting proximity. You know, I wasn't thinking of it that way. I simply knew what I wanted, and I was focused more on who can I learn from? Who do I want to emulate? Who do I want to become like? And how can I simply be around them so I can sort of, absorb all of that knowledge and expertise? And it was really as simple as that. And then, because I was so grateful for the things I was able to learn from these mentors or from people, influential people that took a chance on me, I was also very grateful for that. So I was always gave to them without them asking for me because I knew what was important to them. And I aligned myself with causes and initiatives or projects that were important to them and gave them the best of what I could in helping them forward as well. And that's really what helped me develop my network initially. And then over time, it was really the result of continuing to provide your expertise, give your help without any expectation of getting anything back. So it's less about even thinking of it like paying it forward. It's simply you have a gift to give. Simply give to as many people as you can. And when you give selflessly and you help people out and they can feel your sincerity and authenticity in helping them, that just comes back to you. So what you put out in the world, the value you create for other people, you get a fraction of that back. So if in some ways you feel like you're not getting enough or you're not able to get the help from people you need, maybe, take a pause and really reflect on, are you giving enough first? So that shift of focus from not thinking of your network as something you can take from, but rather something you give to, comes down to really begins with thinking about who is your tribe and who do you care about, because you can give to someone or a group of people that you really don't connect with or care about. So it begins with being clear about, what you stand for, who is your tribe, in what ways can you serve them? And when you just give to them, it becomes part of, that is the community you belong to. That's the community that takes care of you when you need them as well.
That's a fantastic perspective, because I know women, and I myself struggle sometimes of not wanting to or being afraid to ask for help. And so this perspective of giving and wanting to help others and serve others with nothing in return will, in essence, almost create that, that environment of reciprocity of you then being able to reap some of the benefits from the network that you have.
Yeah, I think what's important to remember is that if you think of it as your cup runneth over, right? You have so much to give, and you go at it from a perspective of abundance to say, I have so much to give and so many people to help. You're not going to be worried about that scarcity mindset to say, what do I have to offer? Or if I ask someone for help, I'm taking something away from them.
Right.
I think that those are the kind of things that get in the way of people simply being able to offer the help to others and to be able to receive the help from others. Both ways are equally important in building that relationship, because if you're someone who does not like to receive, you're also robbing someone else of the joy of giving. And so I think really recognizing that at the end of the day, it's not about a network. It's simply a relationship. And relationships are built on shared values, and it's about, trust and respect, and it's about selfless giving.
Right. And not necessarily keeping score on the give or take.
Absolutely not. So if you start keeping score, then you're not selflessly giving. Then that's a horse trade. You're just trying to figure out if you bartered enough. So, and that's the wrong way. And it frankly does not lead to lasting relationships. Lasting relationships are the ones, much like your deepest friendships, are built on a lifetime of just pure generosity.
So this topic really resonates with me because in hindsight, looking back, you realize that a lot of the opportunities and a lot of the maybe even glamorous projects or things that I got to participate in were because of somebody within my community or in my network who trusted me, who reached out, tapped me on the shoulder for opportunities that I wasn't even aware of, but would reach out and say, hey, there's this opportunity and you were the first person who came to mind and you should consider it. And so now it really thinking about, we need to really value those relationships and nurture those relationships. And, I've done the same thing where someone that who you've exchanged just, conversations with, and you have learned who they are and what they do and what they're passionate about. Sometimes when I hear about opportunities, that person comes to mind and you just reach out to them without even thinking to say, hey, here's an opportunity that's right in line with you.
Exactly. I think the more we nurture our relationships, show up authentically, and just give generously, that's all it takes to build community. And when you have that, you have a tribe that believes in you, that has your back. And, that's what will accelerate your success ultimately. But if you focus on what will help me, how can I take from people, it actually prevents you from being successful. So flipping the focus to simply giving and being authentic.
So, Nikki, what habits or hacks would you recommend to build a strong community?
Well, there's a few things that I would recommend. First off, make a list of 10 people within your reach that you need to get to know. They may be influential people or powerful people that you could learn from, that could give you access to opportunities. Identify who they are. And they have to be within your reach. So, it may be 2 or 3 degrees of separation, but identify who those people are. And then identify exactly in what ways you might be able to create value for them. We often underestimate the ways that we can create value for someone else. So maybe you take the extra effort of saying, okay, here's this individual or this leader I want to get to know. And I have this skill or this ability or this access that is going to be of help to them. Offer that up to them and keep doing that without expecting anything in return, but just figure out how you can help the people that you admire and most want to be like. The other thing I would recommend is, as you start to grow your network and the people ask every person for, 3 other people that you might be able to serve as well. So if you have a particular skill or competency or just an area of expertise that you can offer, just ask them, well, who else within your network or within your community that I don't have access to today could I be of service to? Who are those? Could you introduce me to a few people? Who might be able to benefit from what I have to offer? So constantly getting in the habit of asking for more introductions has this multiplier effect of not only growing your network, but more importantly, being able to share the value you can create for more people. Ultimately, you just reach more people that you can serve.
Okay, everyone. So here's your homework for the week. Pick one habit or hack that we discussed in today's episode and take action today. And then share with us on Instagram who you want to get to know. And don't forget to tag us so we can highlight that name. Visit us on IamBeyondBarriers.com for links to all the resources and show notes of this episode. Thanks for listening. There are thousands of podcasts out there, and we are so grateful that you've chosen to listen to ours. Visit IamBeyondBarriers.com, where you'll find show notes and links to all the resources referenced in this episode. And be sure to take the quiz on the website. Your score will tell you where you are, what helps you gain momentum, and what holds you back. You'll also get a free guide with cutting-edge career strategies. We'd also love to hear from you. Share your comments and topic suggestions on IamBeyondBarriers.com. And we'll be sure to address them in future episodes. If you enjoyed our show today, please subscribe and rate the podcast, or just tell a friend about it. See you next episode.